Webb Industries is a fast-growing, creative and diversified communications product and services provider. Since 1972, Webb has shown consistent growth. As a proud member of the JASCO group of companies, we intend for that growth to continue. In fact, our stated objective is to double the size of our business every 3 years. In line with market expectations, Webb has constantly innovated and expanded its product range. With over 50 years of experience in telecommunications, Webb has a solid foundation and the flexibility to move with new technologies. Our growth will be sustained through strategic partnerships with our clients and our suppliers. Site infrastructure solutions. Historically, communication towers were owned and managed by mobile network operators. Following global trends, an increasing number of specialist tower companies have arisen, operating independently from MNOs. Consequently, these tower companies must adapt to future communication trends and play a larger role in infrastructure development, in so doing, becoming infracos. Webb Industries has been building masts and towers for decades. In fact, it is the cornerstone on which we built our business. The natural progression for us is to establish strategic partnerships with the specialist tower companies, embracing our transition into an infrastructure development partner. Mobile network operators, as a rule, have shared space on towers, not only with other MNOs, but also with internet service providers and other such communication companies. Antenna sharing, as opposed to tower sharing, is an emerging trend in the global telecom industry. This represents a departure from the traditional model, where each mobile network operator installed their own antennas, very often insisting on tower exclusivity. This requirement from the mobile network operators has resulted in fewer towers being commissioned, because the rental paid by a single MNO simply isn't economically viable for the tower companies. Shareable antennas are multi-tenant antennas installed on towers, allowing more than one mobile network operator to use them simultaneously, albeit at different frequencies. The benefits of multi-tenant antennas include cost savings, one antenna instead of multiple antennas, reduced tower load, less weight and wind load result in safer towers and fewer upgrades. Faster deployment. New operators can easily connect to existing infrastructure because there are less existing space occupying tenants on the tower. Improved aesthetics and regulation compliance. Fewer visible antennas make regulatory approvals and public acceptance easier. In addition to these benefits, shared antennas mean multiple MNO tenants occupying less tower space, which will improve the return on the investment required by the tower companies, which will enable the much-needed acceleration of infrastructure development. Despite current MNO reluctance, we believe that the shared antenna trend must inevitably be implemented in South Africa, particularly if we are to ensure economically viable growth in infrastructure development. Our long-standing relationship with Andrew, formerly Comscope, ensures that we remain at the forefront of supplying a variety of antennas for all outdoor wireless needs. These include street poles, rooftop antennas, multi-beam stadium antennas, standard tower solutions, and naturally shared tenant antennas. All our solutions will apply to rural communication towers, as well as the sophisticated urban communication infrastructure, which will be needed for 5G and IoT networks and applications. With the rising demand for communication infrastructure, pressure is mounting on tower companies to deploy tower solutions quickly and efficiently. Bureaucratic processes for obtaining site building approvals often cause delays, sometimes extending up to 18 months. These delays affect consumers negatively and result in postponed revenue generation for tower companies until the sites are commissioned and operational. Generally, it takes between 4 and 6 months to do site preparation, complete the required civils for the foundations, and ultimately build and commission a new tower. Webb Industries offers a proprietary design solution for rapid deployment of new towers. In most areas, temporary structures under 15 meters without sunk concrete foundations can be erected without municipal approval. Our rapid deployment system towers are unique. They feature an above-ground steel I-beam base with a modular assembly design. they can be assembled on site with minimal civil work required. As a result, an RDS tower can typically be erected within 4 to 5 days, and if its height is less than 15 meters, site building approval is often unnecessary. Consequently, these towers become operational and generate revenue within as little as 2 months, compared to the standard timeline of 12 to 18 months. Once site building approvals are secured, the tower base can be expanded if needed. The tower can be extended to the desired height, meeting the MNO requirements for a permanent structure. Alternatively, the RDS tower can be dismantled, replaced with a self-supporting tower, and then transported to a new temporary site location and erected there. This innovative approach not only addresses the immediate challenges posed by bureaucratic delays, but also provides flexibility for future rapid infrastructure expansion due to the accelerated revenue streams for the tower companies. Our outdoor solutions business not only constructs and erects towers. We also provide comprehensive end-to-end solutions, including the design, manufacture, tower installation and rigging, cable kitting, as well as the other passive equipment required, like single or multi-tenant antennas. Effectively, Webb's RDS turnkey solution can be termed a plug-and-play deployment. The other major inhibitor to infrastructure growth is that there is a disconnect between the demand for new towers and the capital required to meet that demand. Webb offers a 5-year rental solution for tower companies that need to erect a large number of towers within a short space of time, but simply do not have the desire or the budgets to spend the vast amount of capital required to do so in the time frame required. Taking advantage of Webb's rental opportunity means that tower companies can commission a significantly greater number of towers quickly without the massive upfront capital outlay, with the added benefits of OpEx tax deductions, as well as accelerated revenue streams using Webb's rapid deployment system. By prioritizing both performance and sustainability, we have positioned ourselves as a forward-thinking leader in the communications infrastructure sector, ready to meet the demands of an increasingly connected world. Webb Infrastructure Solutions. Efficient, effective, and timely.